Disclaimer: doll customization is not for children. I use toxic chemicals as well as sharpened doll tools. Hello my loves, I am Susika and welcome to another episode. In today's episode I am going to make a Pegasus doll. My base doll is going to be a Monster High Centaur doll, and I will give her hair in light pink and light purple, and I want to give her an outfit with lots of flowers and ruffles. So I'm starting to prepare my second-hand base doll by cutting off the hair as close to the scalp as possible. I also cut off her tail. Then I soak the doll's head in hot water for a couple of minutes. This will soften the vinyl and the glue inside the head. I really love working with this kind of base doll. She has a beautiful face sculpt. And I also like that she is in light and dark purple. However, what I don't like about this doll is the blue hair and her black hands. So later I'm going to replace her black hands with pink hands. And as I said before, I'm going to give her new hair. But first I remove the printed on face up with 100% pure acetone, and then I wash face and body with warm water and soap, and I let it air dry. Now I'm starting the rerouting process. For this you will need doll hair and a rerouting tool. A rerouting tool is basically a needle cut at an angle in a handle. I have a tutorial on my channel where I explain how to make a rerouting tool yourself. So I start rerouting the hairline, and as you can see I am using light pink and light purple hair. And I'm going to give her very long hair. Once I finish the rerouting process, I spread thick glue inside the head, covering all of the hair roots, and then I let it air dry. Once the hair has fully dried, it is time to brush it. I start at the hair ends and work my way up to the roots, and I try not to pull out hair strands from the scalp. I give the hair a quick trim. Here I am flattening the hair by spreading boiling hot water with a toothbrush over the hair. You can use this technique if you want to avoid a boil wash. So I was thinking a lot what kind of outfit I want to give my Pegasus doll, and I decided to give her a saddle because she's half a horse, right? My base is going to be purple felt. I use a thicker kind of felt for the saddle. I'm adding a tulle trim to the saddle. I keep the tulle in place with a couple of stitches. I do not worry about the stitches showing because I'm going to cover the saddle with a lace trim. I'm using pink and white lace. Here I'm cutting off the excess tulle. And I attach the lace to the saddle with needle and thread. Here I'm adding a few stitches to keep the lace down. And now I'm adding a lot of blossoms to my saddle, and I'm using hot glue for this. Hot glue is the ideal way to attach the flowers to the saddle, because I cannot just attach them with needle and thread. I add light pink blossoms to the saddle in different sizes, and I'm also adding a few sequins like flower sequins and butterflies. I also add a few sequins with hot glue to the tulle trim. Isn't this looking pretty? I'm all excited already for this doll. Next, I cover the doll's hair with a piece of cotton fabric, and then I add 2 layers of Mr. Super Clear UV Cut Flat Sealant Spray to the face so I can paint on it. I always add soft pastels first, and I'm using pink soft pastels and dark purple soft pastels for this face up. You can add soft pastels to the doll's face with makeup brushes, or like I am here using an eyeshadow applicator. Make sure to blend in the soft pastels. I add a layer of sealant to save my progress, and in the next layer I am adding even more soft pastels to build up opacity. This doll has a darker skin tone, so I have to add more soft pastels to her face up. After another layer of sealant spray, I start working on the eyes and the lips. I add white watercolor pencil to her sclera, and then I use a dark purple watercolor pencil to outline her eyes. I also color the corners of her mouth in purple, and when I add white to the middle of the lips, I draw the eyebrows, and when it's time for another layer of sealant spray, I always let each layer of sealant spray dry for at least 15 minutes. Lately I enjoy coloring the doll's lips with a gradient. Next I draw her eyelashes. I'm using a harder watercolor pencil for the eyelashes to make them thin. After another layer of sealant spray, I start working on her iris and pupils. I also add black watercolor pencil to darken her eyelashes. Here I'm adding freckles with liquid watercolor paint in gold. Once the freckles have dried, I add another layer of sealant spray, and I continue working on my doll's face up. I mainly am using pink and purple and white for her face up. Now I'm adding catch lights to her eyes with a dotting tool and liquid white watercolor paint. I am adding smaller catch lights with a pin, and I let the paint fully dry before adding another layer of sealant spray. And my face up is done after I added some golden shimmer, and I seal the face up in with 2 final layers of sealant spray, and now I am working on the doll's body. I am replacing the black hands with pink hands. I add 2 layers of Mr. Super Clear Sealant Spray to the body, and now I am blushing the body with pink soft pastels. It is the same kind of pastels I used for the face up. I am adding pink to all of her joints and trying to blend in the light pink hands to the purple body. And again I am using a makeup brush to apply the soft pastels to the doll's body. I add another layer of sealant spray, and now I'm adding more soft pastels. I'm also adding soft pastels to her horse legs, and then I add another layer of sealant spray. Now it is time to make a new tail for my Pegasus doll. I'm taking light pink and light purple doll hair, and I add an elastic, and then I add glue to the hole, and now I'm trying to push in the hair strands into the hole. I add some more glue, and then I add a purple ribbon to cover the glue. I try to work as clean as possible, and while the tail is drying, I add a ribbon to the saddle, and for her top I'm going to use this tulle trim with pearls. The original doll has 2 little wings, but I bought this doll without the wings, so I'm covering the holes in the doll's back. I add the purple ribbon to the top and a flower and a sequin. Now I attach the saddle to the doll. I simply close the ribbon around the doll's belly. I'm replacing the sequin on the top with a butterfly charm on a necklace. And now I am adding arm cuffs. These are hair beads, and they have the perfect size for arm cuffs for dolls. I keep them in place with a drop of glue. Next, I add a pearl ribbon with little ribbon flowers, but the glue was not strong enough, so I am attaching the flower with some hot glue to the doll's bust. And this is looking like a horse harness. Next I take some hot glue and I attach one of the ribbon roses to the doll's ankle. Next I am adding a pearl chain with a pearl charm to the doll's forehead. I do this by cutting pins, dipping them in super glue, and then I take the pin and keep the pearl chain in place. Next I am styling the hair. I am doing a simple braid at the doll's side, and I am making another braid on the other side of her head. I am crossing the braids at the back of her head, and I keep the braids in place with a flower and a pin. I'm also adding a flower to the side of her head and to the other side of her head. I'm adding a piece of a ribbon at the end of a braid, so the braid doesn't open, and to cover the elastic. I'm adding little bows to the braids and some of the pearl chain, and my doll is all done. I named my Pegasus doll Delilah. I also added a pair of small white and golden wings. They are removable, and I added a flower branch to her hand. I'm very happy with the final doll. I think she came out beautiful. I especially love her gentle face up and her outfit in combination with the golden details. This is definitely one of my favorite dolls this year. I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay safe and be creative.